What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Rello 2 times, and welcome back to the channel. And today we got a little something different. We're gonna do a game review on Maneater. My first 4 hours. I have not beaten the game yet, but we're just gonna discuss how I feel about the game after playing my first 4 hours. Right after this intro.
Say it 2 times. I'm the nigga Mr. 2 times. If I did the shit 1 time, I can do the shit 2 times. What I'm saying gotta make sense.
Alright, so before we get into my thoughts about the game, let's talk about the game a little bit in itself. So this game was developed by Tripwire Interactive, the same guys who created the Killing Floor series games. So Killing Floor 1, Killing Floor 2, and then all the spin-offs of the game. I myself enjoyed the Killing Floor games, so that's why I decided to give this game a try. Killing Floor was pretty fun, especially if you could play with friends. I didn't play solo too much because I wasn't that good at the game, but definitely playing with friends was fun. So if you enjoyed that, you may enjoy this. But however, don't base your decision off that alone. Let's go further into the review before you do that. So Maneater is about a 10-hour game, straight gameplay. So that's if you play straight through the story. It's about 10 hours. That's what they say. And it's about 13 to 14 hours for 100% completion, depending on your skill level. So for me, it'll probably take me longer than 10 hours to play this game straight through. And it'll also take me longer than 13 or 14 hours to beat it 100% for completion. I do like to take my time playing games. I like to explore everything that I can, so it takes me a little bit longer to beat games, because I like to max out as much as I can my character before I move on. So I like to put in all the work that I can, that the game will let me, before I move forward most of the time. I don't know if I'm going to do that with this game, and I'll explain why a little later, but let's go into it. So prior to me buying this game, my initial thought was, oh, this is another feeding frenzy game where you just eat and you grow bigger and bigger and bigger. But it's not exactly like that, which it's a positive for me. This is one of my positives about the game so far. The game is not a feeding frenzy game. You have a level up system based off of XP, which you can get from eating other fish or by completing side missions and main mission objectives. There's also the things in the game, they're nutrients you get from eating other animals or other fish. And there's 4 types. You have fat, minerals, protein, and mutagen. And those 4 nutrients that you get from the different fish, you use to upgrade your abilities. So your mutations and your evolutions, you use those nutrients to upgrade that. And then as far as like completing the side missions, even eating other smaller fish and completing main mission, you get XP and grow levels. So you'll start off as a pup, and then you'll go to a teen, then you'll go to an adult, then you'll go to the elder, and I believe the final is a mega. Right now during my gameplay, in my 4 hours I made it to level 9. So I'm still a teen. I believe level 10 is where you'll go to the adult, but I haven't gotten there yet, and I haven't watched too many people play it. I think I watched one person play maybe like 30 minutes of the game, and they didn't even make it to level 7 yet. So I'm kind of doing this off my own review. All right, so I didn't watch anybody else yet get as far as I got, I should say. But a negative, which is not a deal breaker for me in this game, is the mechanics. But take this with a grain of salt, because the mechanics when fighting was a little weird to me. I don't know if I'm just not used to it yet, but like when I'm like trying to attack these hunters on the boats and stuff like that, I just find myself jumping sporadically and trying to bite, and I'm missing all the time, and it just looks horrible. I'm probably gonna put a clip right here so you can watch it. How I'm just jumping out of the water and jumping all over the place, hoping I get lucky and actually grab one of the hunters that are shooting at me. It's hard, and I don't know. Maybe I just got to get used to that. All right, so maybe that's just me. That's not a deal breaker for me. Like I said, I've only played the game for 4 hours, and then at the time I was jumping around all crazy. I was probably at my hour and a half, 2 hour mark. So Yeah, take that with a grain of salt. I don't know. That's just an opinion. That's my opinion, which all reviews are just opinions. So it's not a big negative, but it's there for me. It's not going to make me stop playing the game. I'm just going to try to get better. So there's that. Another positive is the game feels optimized. So keep in mind, I'm playing on PC. It wasn't too tough on my PC at all. I didn't run into any performance issues, no glitches so far, no tearing or anything crazy like that. And keep in mind, I am running a 1080 GPU with a i7 87K CPU, which we can get into what is the recommended setup for this game. So it only calls for a GTX 970 or Radeon R9 290 GPU. And it calls for a i5 4670K or a FX 8370 CPU. So those are the minimal that you need to run this game. And I don't know what kind of settings you can run the game on with those, but that's the minimum it requires, and at least 4 gigabytes of system memory. So I'm pretty sure everybody has a minimum of 8 gigabytes at least. Does anybody have 4 gigabyte memory? Yeah, whatever though. But the game looks amazing. The game looks great. Underwater scenery as well as above water scenery. Just the environments and everything looks pretty cool. It's kind of weird because, you know, like when you're first playing, you know, you're in like a swamp biome, which I was like, sharks in a swamp? Like what? And then there's another biome where it's like nuclear stuff underwater, like radioactive. I'm like, first of all, how are there any animals alive in this? But, you know, it makes for a good environment. You know, it's not based on a true story. So I thought it was cool, just the scenery and everything in the game. The story so far, it seems interesting. You got the main guy who is, you know, I'm guessing going to be the final boss you fight at the end. And there's like a camera crew who's following him around doing a documentary on, you know, pretty much his shark hunting. So they're following him around, and all the bounty hunters before him that you fight are like his family and stuff like that, I'm guessing. Because that's what I heard about the first guy I fought. He said something like that was his son or something. I don't know. I can't remember 100%, but I believe they're his family. But he's the main guy. He's the one you're building up to, and the camera crew is following him. So, and then, you know, another thing I like that was positive, the commentary. As you're playing the game and you're doing certain things, like certain side missions, or, you know, you're discovering different secret locations and doing main missions like that, there's a commentary, like it's an actual, like when you're doing those side missions and stuff like that, there's a commentary, like it's an actual documentary, right? And I don't want to give away too much, but, you know, he's saying certain things, and it's kind of cool. Like, he's giving out some facts, saying some funny stuff. I mean, it's not really like fall out your chair funny, but it's like, huh, you know, that was clever, you know? So let's talk about this, the notoriety level. It's like GTA. Not exactly like GTA, but it's like GTA. So when you attack other fish, you don't get notoriety. Like, that's okay. But when you attack normal civilians, your notoriety goes up, right? So you have a circle in the top right, and once you fill that circle, you know, once you killed enough civilians, you start drawing attention to yourself, and that circle starts to fill up. Once you fill up the circle, a bounty hunter will come out and come hunt you, right? And the thing is, even when you initially start attacking humans, bounty hunters are going to come out, but the boss doesn't come out until you fill up that circle, right? So I thought that was pretty cool. So every time you fill up a circle, it goes up. So you'll start off with 0, and then, you know, you attack some humans, some bounty hunters will come. If once you attack them, it goes up as well, and once you fill it up, it'll turn to a 1, and then that first bounty hunter will come out, right? And you'll take him out, and then you'll do the same thing over again, and the circle fills up again. Then it'll turn to a 2. Then the second bounty hunter comes out. I thought that was pretty cool. And what's important about that is that is how you get your mutations and your evolutions right there. It's by killing and I do the hand quotations, the boss bounty hunters. At the end of that circle, once you complete that circle, you kill those guys, you'll get your evolutions. That's how you unlock them. So I thought that was pretty cool. So you can kind of like do it how you want. If you just want to straight try to get as many as you can, I don't recommend it. I don't think, like I said, I haven't played long enough to know exactly, but I'm pretty sure with my common gaming knowledge that the higher you go up, the harder they're going to get. So I'm pretty sure it'll level out and you won't be able to get the next one after a certain point. But if you wanted to try to keep going and going as far as you can do that. You can also run from them and hide, and then they'll be searching for you for a period of time. Then that bar will go all the way down, and then they'll call off the search completely, and then you're free to roam around as usual. So I did like that. Another thing, now that I'm thinking about it, because I said you can keep going as far as you want it, but you'll probably level out, is in this game. I guess they made it kind of realistic with that. When you're swimming around and you're, a young teen and a pup, mostly when you're a pup, all right? Like when you first start off and you're in the swamp and you're swimming around. I remember the first thing you had to go eat a couple fish, right? In a specific area. So on the way there's alligators like level 8, right? And you're a pup. You're like level 2, level 3, level 4. And these alligators come after you. Like they're chasing you. You're trying to do the mission, but these alligators are chasing you. And they don't just, chase you for a little while. Like they follow you. Like they chase you for a while. Like it's not impossible to lose them. It's not hard to lose them, but you're not going to lose them easily. Like they follow you. And it was kind of scary at first because you're like just trying to do the mission. This big alligator comes out of nowhere and they will take you out. But once you get to level 7, you could take on a level 8 alligator. If you attack right, you could take on level 8. But then, even as you get into the level 8, and you start taking on the level 8 alligators, it gets real easy. There's like a couple level 15s swimming around. And it's like, come on, bruh. Really? So, but I guess it's kind of realistic because that's how it is, You always going to find a fish bigger than you. So, you got to pick your battles. So, I liked it. It added a aspect to the game that made it a little harder because you had to be careful. You had to constantly watch your back in that swamp, so an alligator didn't get the jump on you, which you'll know if something's attacking you. It makes a noise, and then you can just I'm using a controller when I play. You can right click on the analog stick and it'll automatically face what's attacking you, or if you're attacking something, it'll face where you're attacking. So I like that. So far, I'm enjoying this game. I would definitely say pick this game up, especially during the time like this. We're in quarantine. We're not doing nothing. You're not going nowhere. You're probably looking for a new game. It's $39.99 right now. I got it for $29.99 because I had a discount. Well, go ahead. Just cop the game. Give it a try. In my first 4 hours, I don't regret buying this game at all. And as soon as I'm done with this, I'm about to go hop on it. No lie. But yeah, going over to Epic Games, cop this. You can go to Steam eventually. Just don't know when. It's advertised on Steam, but they do not have a release date yet. It's set to release, but no date yet. So right now, you can go to Epic Games, but if you don't want to support Epic Games, then you can wait for Steam to come out and go cop this game. I recommend this game. Go cop it, y'all. Just do it. Don't even think about it. Listen to me. Nah. But that's all I got for you guys. That is my little 4-hour review. I will come back later on and do a full review and tell you how I felt about the game, how I feel about the game. But like I said, so far I'm enjoying it. So why don't you guys go ahead and try it out, and you won't even need my full review. All right. That's all I got for you guys. Until next time, peace.
Say it 2 times. I'm the nigga Mr. 2 times. If I did the shit 1 time, I can do the shit 2 times. What I'm saying gotta make sense.